Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to be explaining to you why I transitioned from controller to keyboard and mouse. Because it's a pretty big change, and I believe it was for the better. So, one of the things that is a drawback to keyboard and mouse is that there's no aim assist. And if you're used to aim assist, it's going to take a while to transition from having aim assist to not having aim assist. So, you're going to want to make sure that you are working on your aim when you're in creative. Go into aim training and just do a lot of creative matches to get used to feeling of being in battles. Because you'll notice that I absolutely whiffed my shots there and ended up taking a lot of damage just because my AR and my SMG aim is not very good. Like, as you can see, I only hit that guy one time. So that's something I need to work on, which brings me to my other point. Pay attention to the things that you need to work on. My shotgun aim is not something I need to work on. My shotgun aim is really good in comparison to what most of my other skills are. My editing is a little bit slow as well, right there. But ensuring that you are working on the things that are giving you trouble will make you a much better player in the future. So ensure that when you can, that you're working on the things that need to be worked on. Don't focus on your strengths. Focus on improving your weaknesses. So, for instance, right there, I went with my strength, and I knew that if I edited that out, he was gonna rush me, and I could shoot him in the head, and I knew he was weak, so I just trusted my aim, and I took him out real quick there. I boxed him up, he's controlled him, made him think that wall was his, and it wasn't, and then when he tried to shoot through it, finally, after he realized it was his, it was over. I love it when my gun don't shoot. I went to shoot that guy and try and build a wall, and my gun didn't want to shoot. That's what happened there. So basically here, all I did was pressure him after I hit him. Like, I knew I hit him good. I heard a shield break, so I knew he was going to be weak. So I just followed him through and finished him off. So one of the reasons I like using keyboard and mouse is the building feels incredibly smooth once you learn how to build. I could never build the way that I build now. I'm still not a pro because I've only been playing on keyboard and mouse for a couple months now. But I've never played an FPS game on keyboard and mouse. I've honestly never played a game on keyboard and mouse. And so the improvements that I have made just from that alone is pretty big. And most of that is just from being in creative, and when you're in creative, make sure that you're playing games that constantly spawn back in, or that you can go into another match while you're waiting for the next spawn. So 3v3 Goated, for instance, is really good for that, because once you die, there's an area you can go to when you're in between games, to where everybody who's died so far can just go in and start killing each other over and over again until the next match starts. And so that's kind of what I did for like the first month, was I just sat in 3v3 Goated for like hours, just learning how to build, learning how to fight people, and then I would go into, this is gonna sound weird, I went into the battle lobby, I can't think of what it's called right now, but it's where you go into the game, and it's you go into the actual map, it's just you, Battle Lab. So I went into Battle Lab, and I would find an enemy bot to throw, and I would just practice building and shooting them, and building and shooting them until my aim got better, to the point where I felt like I could go into some real matches and actually shoot people. I know that sounds weird, and it sounds like super easy, but making sure that your aim is on point is really important. So right there, for instance, I could have done that on controller, but it was very simple to do on PC and controller, or on keyboard and mouse. Was I placed that down, I piece controlled that piece that he thought was his, and then I edited it out, and that's why he didn't build behind him, was because he thought that he was covered from the roof above him, and it turned out that roof was actually mine. And so I was able to get the shot on him. So right here, you'll notice that my weakness is showing up again. I did not want to shoot him while he was moving, because I am not very good at shooting ARs yet. I'm still working on improving my AR aim. And so I wanted to get a better angle on him before I took my shots. And so that was why I didn't take the shot initially when he was over there, like right out in the open. He was moving a lot. And I knew with an AUG I wasn't going to be able to hit him. So another thing is know when you're beaten. And I'm not saying to give up. I'm saying pick your fights well. Right there, I heard that guy leave. I didn't want to push him, and I didn't want to aggress towards him because I knew zone was coming, and that was just not the place to fight right there. When I pushed that battle over there, I was not expecting more people to show up. I was thinking I'd clap that guy real quick, kill the other guy real quick, and then move on. I was not expecting a third party to show up. So this dude I'm pushing because I don't like having people in my back. Do not let people sit at your back, guys. This guy would have snuck up on me when I was fighting somebody, and he would have peppered me in my mouth, and I would have been very upset. So do not let people just go up behind you and do that. Bad decision. So right here, I knew this guy was pretty decent, so I had the peppers, so I knew I could outbuild him. And that's pretty much what I did. I was moving quicker, I knew that I was, and so I knew I could get that shot over him. I keep going for case control, but for some reason my builds just aren't building. That's cursor placement. My cursor is not where it needs to be, and so therefore my builds just are not replacing his walls. I guess something to work on, I suppose. So I will say that these peppers are awesome. I really enjoyed the new Chug Flash peppers. So right there, I knew that guy was in that cone. When I shot down the bottom, and he wasn't in there, and that wall placed above, I kind of put two and two together that he was inside of that cone, actually. So I sprayed him through the cone. Similarly, what I'm going to do over here, I see that building over there, I see it edited. So I'm going to shoot through it, and I'm gonna leak some shots through. I can hear him moving, and I know he's weak, so I want to keep pressuring him, so I'm trying to find him. Pressure him, I break his shield again. He decides that he's going to try and railgun me. I missed my shot. Which is another thing. A really pretty large benefit to playing on keyboard and mouse is on controller, you have to cycle through your weapons. So if you're on your AR, and you have your shotgun in like your third or your second slot, or like you want to go from your SMG to your AR, you can't just click 2 or a 1 and go instantly to that weapon. But you can be more precise about your weapons and your placement of like where they are. And so that's kind of a big deal for it as well. So I hope this video helps